How did Blessing Offor get blind?
Ooh, okay. First of all, get blind is terrible verbiage.
I know. I'm here with Blessing Offor, which is such a privilege. I mean, all of us here have been obsessed with you since the first time that we heard Brighter Days.
I know there's gonna be some brighter days.
It's exciting to get to meet you and to have you here at WayFM for the first time.
You guys are too kind. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
We figured since you are newer to the WayFM family, at least to us, I wanted to start out with some Google autofill results that come up when you Google Blessing Offor.
I'm so scared.
These are easy. These are things that I know you've explained in interviews before, but the internet still wants to know.
Yes.
So the first one, Blessing Offor, real name.
Blessing Offor is the real name.
Yes.
Now, note OFFOR is the real spelling, actual spelling. I get people that go Blessing OFFER. No. So birth certificate says Blessing OFFOR.
At least Blessing is easy to spell.
Blessing is easy enough.
Yeah. I have my name's Becca. My parents spelled it the biblical way, which is not
nice.
Yeah, it's
so
it's a
most
mess.
people spell your name.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, Blessing Offor married.
Blessing Offor not married.
All right,
Google is
ladies.
wrong.
Ladies, you heard it here. Did Blessing Offor win The Voice?
Blessing Offor did not win The Voice.
But
no.
you were on season 7.
But I was on season 7.
Got a 4-chair turn.
That happened.
Yeah, so still very impressive.
I love that. Did Blessing Offor win The Voice?
People, I mean, they in their book you have.
I love Google.
This next one, again, this is the internet asking and not me. How did Blessing Offor get blind?
Ooh, okay. First of all, get blind is terrible verbiage.
I know.
My God.
I know. Blame the internet. I was like, do people
What is
not know
that?
how to type?
Get blind. Blessing Offor was born blind in his left. Why? Why am I speaking in third?
Because I'm asking questions like that. I get it.
Should we tell Google?
Yes.
Blind in my left eye from birth. Lost the vision in my right eye when I was around 10 from a water gun shot to the eye, to the good eye, of all things. Detached the retina in this eye. And that's how I technically got blind. Yes.
And then this one, you can choose to answer how you want. I'm
By all
not
means.
sure what they wanted to ask.
Okay.
There's a couple different routes you can go.
Yep.
Blessing Offor country?
Well, I do have a country.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Blessing Offor from Nigeria.
Yes.
Yes. Born in Nigeria. Came to the States when I was 6. Have lived here ever since.
Well, I love that we answered the internet's burning
Yeah.
question. You're here at the beginning of the year. Your brand new album, My Tribe, just came out. Very exciting. First full-length album, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes. And I think that you're kind of the perfect guest to kick off the new year
Come on.
because so much of your music is so optimistic. And that's kind of what the new year is about. A lot of people go
Yes.
into it being like, this is the fresh start I
New
needed.
Year's resolution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But a lot of us have been burnt before.
Mhm.
How can you sing things like, I know that there will be brighter days when life maybe sometimes teaches you differently?
Ooh, now, okay. Professor Blessing.
That's why I'm starting with the fun stuff because I'm like, that is going to get deep. It's going to get deep.
Honestly, I think that singing a song like Brighter Days, if you sing it from a shallow place, is really, really dangerous, right? It's horrible to give somebody hope that isn't based on anything other than like happy, joy type stuff. You know what I mean? But if you say to somebody, hey, I've been through the valley and back, and I've been through hard things and back, and from my experience, you're gonna be okay. It means a lot more. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's actually more important for people who have been through hard times to sing Brighter Days. Because it means more to the people who are listening rather than for people who seem to have it all together to sing that there are going to be brighter days.
And for those moments where you're just clinging to a hope when it
Absolutely.
doesn't feel like you have it within yourself.
Absolutely,
And that's one of the
yes.
reasons that we love that song.
Yeah.
In your song Believe, it kind of starts with a series of questions. So you catch me when I fall, right? You hear me when I call, crying. What do you think that the role of asking questions plays in our lives when it comes to faith, when it comes to hard times even?
Yes. Honestly, I think that we, people who have faith, believers, Christians, have this understanding that you're just supposed to trust everything all the time perfectly. But it does say in the Bible, I believe, help my unbelief, right? And I think believe for me is literally that verse in a nutshell. I know it, but sometimes I don't know it. You know what I mean? Or I know it, but sometimes I misunderstand it. Or I know it, but sometimes it's in my head and I don't have it right. So like in any good relationship, you should be comfortable enough to ask hard questions. So yeah, Believe is one of those tricky little songs that the chorus is just believe, 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 believe in your love. But like in the verses, it kind of takes you on a little journey. And I think that's the point, is that it's a journey that's okay to go on.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely needed in music in general, and especially in our format, to be like, here's the honest way that we have to approach life, because it's not always going to be perfect and wonderful and beautiful, and then we're going to have those doubts.
And as importantly, when you're honest with people, people can sense it. Like people can sense authenticity and honesty. And like if you are preaching a false gospel, every ear is going to know it. You know what I mean? And because you can give someone like candy all day long, but like when they're crying, they don't want your candy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't, because they're sad. So you can tell them all day long that like everything is fine, don't worry about it. But like they know better. We all know better.
Yeah.
So it's very, very good to say to somebody, it's okay to be sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And beyond that, I mean, as we go into this new year, I know we're a few weeks in at this point, but what would you just say to someone who maybe is having those big doubts right now about things being good, about days being brighter?
Honestly, if the weird paradox about stuff like this is the more open you are with your doubts, right? The more your heart will be ready for the good stuff, right? So there's this quote that I love. I'm going to single-handedly revive the name of Albert Camus, who is kind of a philosopher from World War II. And he says this quote. He says, grief carves a canyon so that joy may overflow it.
Oh,
right?
Man.
Yeah. Grief carves a canyon so like things get bad.
Yeah.
So that joy may overflow it, so that you can appreciate the good things, right? So like we actually, weirdly enough, need hard times. It's necessary for all of the goodness to be more apparent for us. You know what I mean? Which is not a fun thing to say, but is the truest thing you could ever hear. You know? Like you need hard times. They're necessary. They're not always fun, but like they're part of life. If everything were good, then nothing's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The album, as we mentioned, is called My Tribe. Do you have any advice for people who maybe haven't found their tribe yet?
Ooh. I would say your tribe starts with the people that at 3 a.m. when nothing is right, you call. That's the beginning of your tribe. People that you know are in your corner no matter what. People that let you be and say what you need to, and there's no judgment. That's your tribe. That's my tribe. That's a healthy tribe, because sometimes it gets unhealthy. Sometimes you're like around people that don't mean you well, but you're like, but I'm comfortable here. And that doesn't mean it's good either. So,
yeah, I mean, good friendships can sometimes be uncomfortable. I had to confront a friend recently, and I couched it so much. It's like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to say this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She's like, no, someone needed to, and that's why I'm glad you're in my life. And that's
a tribe. That's your tribe.
That is my tribe. Yeah. Well, Blessing Offor, I cannot thank you enough for taking a few minutes with me today.
Anytime. I love it.
You are just such a joy and a delight, and like
a nerd. You can say nerd.
No, I wasn't going. I mean, you pull out some pretty deep quotes, so maybe. But we just really appreciate your music here. We appreciate the honesty you bring to it, and just the joy that comes after the grief, or even in the midst of it.
In the midst of it. And there's so much music off My Tribe. I can't wait for you guys to hear the rest.